Move some other position. Ryan's been a utility player for us. I mean, he's in my meetings doing quarterback stuff, but he's playing receiver at practice. He's on all of our special teams. Goes to a lot of special teams meetings. So, kind of been a unbelievable teammate and team player, filling in wherever we need him, and is contributing on a lot of fronts. He's unbelievable. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you. No, God bless you.
Hey, I'm just curious if you could talk about Nick Ost a little bit. Kind of unique to see a walk-on with that big of a frame, and he's a good athlete in high school, so just what kind of player he is.
I'll tell you what, Nick has worked extremely hard and developed and come a long way in just the 2 years that he's been here.
Yeah.
Like you said, I mean, had a platform and a frame and athleticism at that size that, he had something to work with. He's done a nice job. I mean, the ball's coming out of his hands quicker now than it did in the spring. He's spent a lot of time in the film room and working hard, and that confidence and of where people are and what they're doing is shown up on the field. And obviously being a tall, long athlete really does a nice job. So I'm very, very pleased with his progress and where he's at.
It's kind of hard to talk about any kind of competition with the starting job, but is it nice as a coach to have a real one for the backup job, a way to still push guys with that competition?
Absolutely, and it keeps those guys sharp. It keeps them hungry, and they got to bring it every day. Because I tell them every day, everything they do is being evaluated, whether it's on the field in the reps or if it's how they carry themselves, in meetings, or how they carry themselves and walk through, how they lead and respond and interact with their teammates at meals. I mean, all that stuff is important when you're trying to be the starting quarterback of a football team. And so I think it's a really good thing.
If you were going to single out one thing, just one thing that Skylar's way better at than he was a year ago, what comes to mind for you first?
I think the game is slowing down for him and has slowed down for him. I think just his understanding of schemes and defensive recognition has really come a long way. And that's allowed him to play fast and be pretty decisive making decisions.
Thank you.
At the risk of being like the 900th person to ask,
No, you're good.
The differences in the program, not to disparage one or the other, but what are the biggest differences having been in the thick of both now?
I think I think fundamentally there's a lot more similarities than differences. Honestly, I mean, just the fact that I think the style and organization of meetings and walkthroughs during camp and getting just our guys as many reps as we physically can. That's very similar. I know Coach Kleinman's approach of being 1-0 today and stacking good days on top of one another is something that has been preached here for a long time and something that we want to do moving forward. Coach Kleinman and Coach Snyder have different leadership styles, but I know their core messages are very similar of doing the right thing every time, caring for people and trying to help the person next to you. And all those things are very, very similar. So different management styles, but the core messages are very, very similar.